But
23.
But he needs to put a lot of measures in place. You know why?
Like what?
You remember TikTok 2 was that young?
Mm-hmm.
And T-Blaze and most of those guys were young. So at a point, people felt they are old because they've been hearing of them for like 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Little did we know that they were just young guys who were coming up.
Ghana, what?
I'm very retired also see.
No. And I mean, that's not what I'm saying.
Andy,
Is it
talent
because we don't understand some things or what? Listen, how old was Michael Jackson when he came up?
Andy, I think we need to rather use...
Michael Jackson started singing when he was like, what, 5 or 7?
So we need to use...
Yet, the world didn't say, oh, we thought he was that old and what. Kwame Eugene's 20. The boy made his first hits when he was, what, 19 or 20?
20, 21. 20, yeah.
On measures behind
See, we need to rather educate the public so that they get to understand that it's not about it. You see that Ghana is one place that somebody is an actor and then they say Wechem. How can acting career Wechem? It's not even possible. He's not lost the talent too. He's not lost the craft. But it's Wechem.
But I think he's not doing bad at all.
Not at all. And let's not forget it's generational. Music is generational. So somebody like Samini Wale and Samini, I think they've done tremendous. You know why? They come from a certain era, and they are still here. They've still tried to buy some audience into this current era or generation, and so I think that's why he needs to hold on to, because it's generational. I mean, and he's picked some young people that he's going to grow with. So the next 10, 15, 20 years, that generation may have grown. And then he has to come. That's why I said some measures that you put in place so that he, because at the point, Andy, you are a veteran presenter. I mean, an ace one. You've really done this game, been in here for long.
Imagine the same thing. Oh.
No, Andy. Imagine there's a younger person or somebody with less experience than yourself sitting here. He may see Samini or Wale as a legend, but you see him as an old friend because you come from a certain era. I hope you understand. So Kwame, I know he has tremendous talent. He will go far. Like I said, he just has to put measures in place so that as he ages, I mean that the lumba home for no biada. So as he ages, he put in certain measures that will still keep him relevant in the game. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Why I fear for him is because at the point he gets to number one. I keep saying that number one for Adam Strobom, those who are first all the time, I'm scared for them because that position, you can't stay there for too long. But if you are number 4th, number 5th, number 3rd, number 4th, 5th, 6th, you would always be there because you are not nobody's target per se. But if you are number 1, somebody's target is to dethrone you so that he can rather become number 1. So that's why I'm saying he needs to put in much measures to actually sustain his whole thing. But he's a good musician.
Too much.
By all standards, from the writing skills to the singing.
Writing skills. Listen to... if you listen to the album, he's got some great songs. So
yeah.
Erade, Amen.
I think recently people even like the Bay 4.
Bay 4. Bay 4. A Bay 4. But the same name, Mama, Bay 4. Abeyfo.
And I think Abeyfo need to really listen to this song and consider Kwame and spare him because he's one such person who has sung for them. It rarely happens.
Now hear the songs for DJ Mensa. Beyfo number 1. DJ Mensa. Beyfo number 1.
Yeah, actually.
And Kwame Eugene sings Beyfo for you. All right, so I mean, and listen to the new song with Sarko there. Yeah. I mean, this morning when the song was playing, I sat down quietly and I was listening like, hey, Charlie, this guy is the Happy Days song.
Yeah, I think
have you listened to it?
I think Mark and I listened to it in his car, and then that was way before the album was released. And then we said, this is the thing. I think Mark and I, yes, in his car, and then we said, no, this song is actually the thing. And then when Mark heard them promoting Opingate, then he was disappointed. He said,
oh, you're talking about Beyfo?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but you see, Sark and Kwame Eugene, I remember the day that he wanted to release that song, then people were on Twitter and then people were saying all that. And these are great musicians. I mean, Sark now purely understands the whole commercial rap beat. So on any day, I mean,
he will give it to you. Sark will give it to you on any day.
On any day. I mean, when it comes to, I think he understands the space more than most of the rappers we have in Ghana. I mean, commercially, he understands the space. He really understands. He's able to live that double life where he pleases two target audience, the hardcore rap fans and then the commercial fans. And that thing, he's splendid. Let's give it to Sark. He's splendid.
Okay. I mean, getting into that song and the issue of people thinking that it's linked to a political party and in fact endorsing Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, I mean, today I've seen, I think the two people trending is Sark and Samini. And it's all some MPP thing. And initially I felt it was probably a politically motivated track. And then they are saying that, Sark's account, I think I saw somebody say, they said, today Sark and Samini's account, he wants to see what they inside. I said, are we bank account? Why you want to see what they inside the whole thing? And I don't really.
They have their money they have their monies already.
I don't really see anything wrong with somebody or a public figure declaring for anybody, for any political party. I don't see anything wrong because even if they don't declare in public, they would have gone to vote. So I don't really see anything wrong. However, what my concern will be is what follows suit after you endorse somebody. Is it that you just do the song for the person, or you do it and then you stay back, or you get into the politics proper? Because when you get into the politics proper, that's where the whole challenge comes. But if you stay somewhere and it's just the music doing the talk, you don't have any issues. And Lumba hasn't had any issues with anybody. And there are songs too that will come, even with Feature, when he released it, he didn't sing it for anybody. He sang it for people that can relate to it. And then people tried using it as a political kind of song for a particular party, trying to use it against another party. I mean, and the people will always come up with different school of thoughts.
I see.
It should be allowed.
All right, listeners. Showbiz Review is brought to you by Vodafone. Well, Vodafone says just dial *110# to send cash for free. This is what we call the mobile money interoperability. Interoperability. All right, Vodafone says to any network is free. To any network. Just dial *110# and you are well sorted. That's it. Now, Tri-State Roofing Company Limited is your first choice for quality and affordable color roofing sheets. Now we have standard sheets and long span roofing sheets, which include circular wave, self-lock, and more. And they have a team of highly skilled estimators, and they will offer you free and quick estimates and technical support. Now call them on 0302 850 802. Now, Betway says from football to roulette to esports to horse racing, now we can bet, win, and get paid instantly via mobile money or EFT to your bank. Visit www.betway.com.gh to play today. Remember, bet responsibly, no under 18, Betway, for the love of the game. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Now, Shatta Wale was here on Friday. Immediately he entered, I was playing one of his songs. Then George Addy Jr. came to announce, breaking news. What's the breaking news? A trotro driver had disembarked his passengers just to see Shatta Wale. Serious issue. If you missed it, here are excerpts.
Yeah, wow. Well, no, my enemies have put it to shame. They're shame. My God. Oh, no. I've always wanted to see you. Mashushawatcha. Yamisrawan. Yamisraw. And you will see wow.
How do you feel now?
If I talk to them, okay now. I'll fulfill my promise. That's right. Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's Papa. God bless you. That's for life.
Hitz FM.
So that was a fan expressing his undying love for SM boss Shatta Wale. I didn't even know that was the conclusion, because when he stepped out, it looks like my producers followed him to see his reaction. Now, when he entered, he lay on the floor and took off his singlet, revealing a tattoo of Shatta Wale at his back. Something that broke Shatta Wale in tears. Now, the same trotro driver is back. The driver who disembarked his passengers just to meet his favorite music star has offered a 12-hour free ride to commuters on Monday. Liman Akwara, an ardent Shatta Wale fan, plies the Accra Newtown route, said this is a way of appreciating the gesture. Shatta Wale showed me love by allowing me to see him, so I'm also offering free rides to all passengers who will journey in my vehicle from Accra to Newtown and back from the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Mr. Akwara explained in a video on Twitter. He was transporting a minibus full of passengers to Accra from Accra Newtown on Friday when he made an abrupt stop in front of the multimedia group's premises because he saw the musician entering the building. In a bid to finally meet his icon, he left his vehicle in the middle of the road, directed his passengers to alight, and ordered his conductor to return their fare to them. A number of obviously angry passengers insulted him, but he turned a deaf ear to their harsh words. Mr. Akwara, who has tattooed the dancehall singer on his back, told myjournalline.com that he has been waiting for this moment all his life. After drawing the attention of members of Shatta Wale's team, the starstruck driver was finally led to see the singer, who was in a Hitz FM studio for an interview with Andy Dusty. Overwhelmed with emotion, the driver broke in tears and prostrated before the musician, who was happy to see him as well. Liman Akwara revealed that he lost his mother that morning, but seeing Shatta Wale in person has assuaged his grief. Later in his interview with host of Daybreak, Andy Dusty, Shatta expressed shock at the passion of his fan. Now, this was what went on yesterday when the driver also spoke about commuting freely with his passengers.
From 6 o'clock this time to 6 o'clock. Saturday morning, the money no one support what this I don't know. You come for Serena. Yeah, Tanichi. No, I me a white. No, that wallet me, you see. I to say, who cry, I will go. See, I'm told what time it. That's for life.
For life, listen. For life.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Shout out to man Gringo. Yes, Gringo, Ringo. Wow.
I mean, that you should have set the new Shatawale song.
We never see nobody.
He brought us 3 songs, right? Right. Okay. Premier.
Andy. I was actually telling Hagler off air that this gentleman is one of the most loyal fans I've seen lately. I mean, there are a lot of people who admire and like most of these musicians out there. But then if we talk about loyalty, I think he's really proven beyond every reasonable doubt that the gentleman just genuinely likes Wale. First of all, most of these fans try to get access to some of these artists. 1, to let them know that they like them, and 2, would have gladly accept any offer or gift from their in quote star or crush or celebrity. But this gentleman just says, I don't need your money. Give me your number. He says, I don't want number. I don't need number. And that alone got people stunned because they felt, you just lost money by alighting your passengers. You gave them the monies back. You come in here. They are giving you money so that you can go and make sales to, you say you don't want the money. This gentleman has really shown genuine love for Wale. And I also feel Wale and his team have to also find a way to also show him something nice. Not necessarily them giving him money. Mandy, this gentleman could be given an endorsement deal. If they really package it well. He, as a person, may not really understand the whole moves as to how to go about getting such things. But if Team Wale, SM team, are listening, they should really sit back and look at what they can package and get this guy a deal. At least he's a commercial driver. Andy, we don't even know whether he owns the car or he drives for somebody. And now, people have been complaining about fuel prices and all that. This gentleman comes here, parks here, causes a whole traffic outside here.
Charlie.
And then, it doesn't even end there. He's tattooed you on his body. He has a face and body and mother and father and everything.
Did you see the video of when the passengers... Hagler, can you give me the voice? The reaction of the passengers.
The passengers were not happy.
I saw it.
Outside there. They weren't happy. They weren't happy. When he saw Wale entering, then he decided not to move because he had seen the guy in person. So he just packed, and they were just honking. Everybody was trying to move the guy. The guy said he won't move. He won't move. At a point, the people outside had to calm him down so that he just goes and park at the parking space. Then they can actually bring him in. And this kind of, hey, Andy. And I love the energy. He didn't give up. He didn't give up. But as for here, he didn't do any drama.
That's the meaning of patapa.
Outside there, he removed his clothes and laid on the floor. Oh, you have no idea. The gentleman, he was just ready to do what happened in the Bible when the guy met the angel. A human being was able to break the rib of an angel. That's what the guy was trying to do. He actually made sure that what may, he see Wale. He's seen Wale. He didn't ask for any money. He didn't do anything. And then on top of it, this guy comes out again and says he's doing freebies. Free ride.
Who does that?
Is there a way this guy is benefiting from Wale that we don't know? I don't know, Andy. But if what we are judging by what we've seen, I feel Team Wale, that's the SM team, should actually sit back and get this guy some deal. Andy, I'm sure they are capable of getting this guy. He doesn't need to be brought into his close team or whatsoever. But the best they can do is to do something that could last longer for the gentleman.
Like what? Buy him a car?
If it's not his, Wale can now buy this car. He can buy like hundreds of these cars now. So if it's not his, they can buy him a car. If it is his, they can still find a way to do something. I'm looking at longevity.
You fuel the car for him every day.
No, you fuel the car for him. I mean, Andy, that alone is capital that you've given him. I'm looking at something that the guy can look at every day and feel proud of.
Like because of Shatta Wale.
Yes, that his endless love for a certain musician called Wale gave him that thing. You know, I prefer that than saying, okay, you've given him $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever. If that $1,000 could be converted into doing something that he can always see, that is far better than just giving somebody cash. Because Andy, if somebody gives you cash right now, you may not be owing anybody, but the moment the cash touches your hand, no,
You will start blowing.
anything can happen. So I feel it's about time to do something significant for the guy. The guy has tattooed your face. He could have tattooed his own face. He could have even just written your name or SM or whatever, but he tattooed your face at his back. Andy, doing a tattoo is a little painful. I mean, the machine is not just drawing or like not that artificial thing or that temporary tattoo that they do and like 2 weeks it washes off. Imagine how long he's been having this tattoo on his body.
Okay, so this is what I just picked up. Oji Wangana just sent it. He just tweeted that, Andy, this man has said this way back for some years ago, and he finally delivered. He buys any graphic paper that he finds Shatta Wale on it. I'll try and get the video and send to you, bruh. So it means,
Yes.
and remember he mentioned that I finally fulfilled my promise.
Yes. Maybe. Andy, this affection, this one is not easy to come by. What the gentleman did, what he exhibited, is not easy to come by. I mean, there are a lot of people who love Wale and Sarkodie and other musicians out there who haven't had the chance to express it to these people that they love. But this gentleman, having met him, how he has really expressed it, I think, is one of the most genuinest way of expressing love recently. Because recently you don't often come by such kind of genuineness. It's mostly another agenda at hand. And the tattoo alone speaks volume. And I don't think he's the only person having Wale's tattoo on him.
No. Some even have them. Some have hairstyles with his face. You know?
Yeah. And Wale, Sark and Stonebwoy, they're having certain influence on a lot of people to the extent that some want to have haircuts like them, some want to dye their hairs like them, some want to do dreadlocks like them. I mean, you can see some guy and you'll be like, hey, he looks like Stonebwoy because of how he does the hair. And this is marvelous. The guy hasn't only done a tattoo, he's moved to the extent of rejecting even offers given him. And in this day and age, even when at a point I thought he was going to fall for that issue of give me your number self. Nanka Momo bin Sunkra. He said, no, I don't want your number, I don't have number. Then he just goes. And you see, look at the funny thing. When the guy entered and the whole thing happened, he himself was in a hurry to even leave again. It was not like he was being sacked or anybody was asking him to go.
You know, Shatta wanted to step out.
Yes, to see him.
But I felt like it would be a great opportunity for the gentleman to come in. Because yesterday someone was saying that, yeah, you allowed him to come in because you want cameras. Look,
no.
We even went to the extent of shooting the passengers or filming the passengers and their reactions. And so if it was for the cameras, we just follow Shatta outside and film it. So simple. But I needed the gentleman to walk in, one, safety, because who knows? If the guy's reaction out there would have caused something, I mean, would have caused any mob or something, you know. So I felt like it would be appropriate to bring him in, so we watch his reaction. Now let's give the listeners an idea of what happened when he parked his vehicle, that he wouldn't move again.
Ana musiwa.
Osiwa hu Shatawale.
Osiwa Shatawale. Boss. Abe. Boss, ana music of one waha. That's the fan. It's also who know him.
What's in the big one in China? I'm walking to that.
It's honestly, I'm going to drop it.
What's in the one in China? I'm walking. Come on, that's some walking. It's quite a good driver.
It's a more life, baby.
103.9 Hitz FM.
Asemu.
Yeah. See how the lady ball.
Oh, it is Shatawale. Shatawale. You just said Shatawale.
That's our Ghana Michael Jackson. You're in the handy.
So, I know some way.
But you see, I think it was spontaneous. It wasn't planned. He didn't really know he would one day bump into Wally. Because even at a point when Wally said he was going to tiptoe lane after here, remember I said on the show that it's going to be chaotic. I understand he couldn't even go. He went there. I understand he got to a point and then he had to turn back because the crowd and things, it was serious. So this gentleman gets an opportunity to meet, and I don't know, but it's just like you liking somebody that you never think you can have an opportunity to meet.
Okay, so let me share this story. I've never mentioned this on. I don't know if I've told any of my team members. So I had gone to a shop in New Jersey. It was a Charlie, this issue there. I think it was in 2009 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I had gone to a Sean John shop. So I got there wanting to buy a shirt. And I don't know if you've seen this yellow. I have a yellow T-shirt, SJ. It's Sean John. So as I was buying, it was, in fact, the cash I had with me wasn't too much. So I picked it up. There was a jacket. I think it was $100 or something like that. It's like, Charlie, so I was just sharing a joke with the shop attendant. And there were too many people. I didn't even notice what was going on. So I asked the guy, isn't it too expensive? I come from Africa. So I was joking like, Tiswe. So I just asked him, can I buy it for $90? The guy said, no, I don't own the shop. The owner just left. You could have asked him, like, who's the owner? I said, Puff Daddy. And me, I mean, whoever knows me know I'm a huge Puff Daddy fan. So when I turned, I saw a big crowd. It's like they were moving slowly, but I couldn't see whether it was truly Puff Daddy or whoever it was. So the guy just pointed at, that's him right there. You see him, that's him right there. Charlie. Shirts na minti academy. The shirts ni now. Shirts ni gumi. I'm sharing a true experience.
I see.
And I ran out of the shop straight to the crowd, want at least to take a picture.
Get a glimpse of it.
Charlie, I couldn't even see him. So what the guy was doing, I mean, I look at it like,
you can relate. I mean,
oh yes, of course. Do you understand? So if, let's say, what if they thought I was running away with the shirt?
And they said you were a thief.
I didn't even think about it, and then I came back to pay, and truly I didn't have enough. Yet I bought the shirt just because it was Sean John, it was Puff Daddy, and I mean fun love.
Yeah.
You understand? And if I mean, say, was it you or some? I told someone, some bitch sent me to Kagagam to be you on social media. In 2000, Kagagam to be on social media. I mean, it's so imagine this guy, the excitement. Also, we're
maybe. And but Andy, you see, there's another angle of this issue that we also need to look at: the artists and their in quote fan base. I think these artists, most of them gather these fan base to get the numbers that they can ride on to either do their business or make their monies. And I think it's about time the artists also look at the well-being of these in quote fans, because these fans would defend them even when they are not there. These fans, I mean, imagine saying something about that Lumba. Do you know the number of people who come at you? And so I think it's about time these artists also looked at what they can also do for these diehard fans of theirs. Because I think it's kind of being like a one-sided street or a one-way street where all the time is the fans who are paying for the shows to come and watch you, the fans who are hailing you, the fans who are defending you on social media, attacking people on your behalf. What do they also want to do for the fans that would always keep them loyal? I remember Wale at a point gave, was it a Camry or something that he gave to a fan?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that Wale at a point gave a Camry or something to a fan. And I think the fans need more of such gestures, not really standing in front of them and throwing monies at them to rush and fight amongst themselves to want to grab the monies. But there should be something that people who actually says they are loyal fans of yours should also get or benefit from. I think that's one thing most of the artists haven't really sat down to look at, to identify and say, okay, this guy or these people, because now we all have, how do we call these groups? There's SAC Natives and then the SM and all those people. Everybody virtually has a family or a fan base that they've actually given them a certain name. What are they doing for these people in return? Because without these numbers, you are basically, you don't really have a career.
You are fanless.
Yes, you don't have a career. So these people, and there are people who have hit songs, but they don't have these fan base. And so if you are an artist and you have these audience or these people who have actually gathered and they are celebrating you and fighting for you and everything, you have to really institute something. Do something for them in return. Something that
like what?
Andy, that one, trial version is over. They should come to purchase full version. I can't consult for them free. Because it's a give and take affair. With that numbers, you see, when I was telling Hagla behind this, that if you impart on 10 people, you are bigger than imparting on just one person. You can have money if you have like millions of cedis and you give the millions of cedis to just 3 people. The impact is different from when you give that millions of cedis to 100 people, because the impact will be larger. But in our cases, like, oh, I want to give one fan iPhone, and then they give one fan iPhone. Meanwhile, there are thousands of fans following you or people who are there for you. So it's either you do something that benefits all of them or at least a certain fraction of them. Because, Andy, as you are here, somebody is fighting giddy for Andy Dusty. You know why? Because probably one day they didn't have money and then you gave them 20 Ghana. They'll be fighting, they will be using their whole life. And imagine I go and sit on social media. It's just an illustration I'm doing. I go and sit on social media and I insult Mr. Kwesichu. Do you know the number of people who come at me? Because the impact he's having on lives, the number of lives he's having an impact on is bigger. And so I think it's about time these artists look at these fan base that they have and look at what can I do for them. It's not only the free concerts that you can do for them. Something, you need to also go beyond that level not only the free concert, not only standing and throwing monies at them. Because at times we just sit, they go for events, they go somewhere, they stand there, they pick some monies out from their pocket, and then they just throw the monies at them. And then these people are just rushing and everybody wants to grab the monies. That's not what we're talking about. There should be a better way or a better solution for doing things or giving back to these funds. Because, Andy, when they come into our DMs and insult us, I don't think they even seek permission from these musicians before they come and insult us. So it's about time they also do things for these guys that anytime they see, they feel like, I'm proud being a part of A or B or C. I think that thing we often take advantage, we take it for granted here in this country. I mean, somebody wants to gather audience, follow him, make he now benefit. You won't benefit. They'll come and talk support. But they are not really doing anything back or giving anything back after we've given them that support they've been always asking for. So I think, Andy, Team SM, in this regard, they have to do some action. They have to surprise everybody.
See, Charlie, I'll buy a car for you.
Oh, well, car is not bad. But I know Wale go fit buy, so it's not bad.
Yeah, so make him buy.
Make buy a van.
Make him buy for him.
Even the guy in van, he be white number plate. So I sure say the manufacturing year will be like somewhere maybe 1990 something. So maybe meet me there. The one that the manufacturing year is closer.
Let me read some few comments. Well, on Twitter, Joseph Mba 23 says, Brandy, this was a genuine love. I never believed there's love like this in Ghana till I saw this. Well, it's something unpredictable. Too much love. F. Noete says, Andy, the guy is a true fan, and Shatta Wale also showed him real love by kissing his tattoo, though he was sweating in these pandemic times. And that was true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. At a point in time, I wanted to tell Wale, must I slow down? touching somebody you don't know. But Charlie, if he tried to detach himself to
for the guy to even settle and lie for Wale to kiss him was another thing.
Charlie. Shaka Blaze says, I think it was wrong for the driver to have done that. Just think through it well and you realize that the driver just wasted the passenger's time regardless of how deadly he wanted to meet Shatta. Okay. Atinapa says, Andy, I kindly request Sarkodie Happy Day on air to spark up this beautiful day. So I feel sorry, one. Please tune in earlier on time. Yeah? No, sir. And you are born to say 2 times. You say 2 times. And you music as Sarkodie.
Onya mamre.
And you no cry. Yeah, they say nyanko for ku Twitter. Well, and nyanko for ku people were fighting over it. Okay, now at 99 Wolf says, Andy, the guy is something. I can't even describe him and his true love. Okay, so these are some of your tweets. At Azu_Nano says, Andy, Stoneboy organized work training for his fans at Ashaman and there's plans to do more. Okay. Usha Isaac says, Andy, the artist can do giveaway. Runtown shared over 100,000 Ghana cedis, which is like 10 million naira to his fans early this year. But how do you determine your true fan? In the case where you call them and you have thousands of people, what determines a true fan here? At Charlie32 says, Andy, I saw it in the post. The team has promised to buy him a new car for his business. Okay. So I'll find out. Let's call Shatta and find out.
Andy, I mean, some of us will gladly accept this offer for the gentleman, and then would also let Shatta know that we really appreciate this.
You know, we say Shatta in Casa for go by. He has to call the guy, ask him which car he wants. Don't go and buy any car. You go and buy 10-seater. Meanwhile, he needs 100-seater. How do you know?
Well, that's also another angle. Yeah.
You just invite him. And Billy AJ Jr. 1 says, good morning, Andy. I think the guy is truly a loyal fan of Shatta Wale. I'll be glad if Shatta buys a new bus and brand it to the guy so that it's true that the guy can also help to sell Shatta's brand. Okay. DJ Coffee says, the fun moment for me was when he said that he doesn't have number. When Wale asked of his number, the guy is a real fan. All right, okay. Listeners, I'm going for a break. When I come back, issue day. A group says they are much bigger than Stone Boy. A music group said they are bigger than Stone Boy. Let's find out if it's true right after this. We are better than Stone Boy. This is said by music group Asasiaban. Ghanaian music group Asasiaban has blown their own horns in an interview with Zion Felix on the Uncut Show. The group, which is made up of Samuel Ofoye Ackman, BK, and Richard Danso Drasty, touted their prowess in the Ghanaian music scene. Despite their break from the music business, they see themselves as the best. Well, let's see if we can talk to Asasiaban. Well, they claim they are better than multiple award-winning musician Stone Boy. Now let's speak with Yoba BK. Hey BK, good morning.
Good morning, big man.
How be?
Ade boss.
So I'm reading a statement you made that you're bigger. You're better than Stone Boy.
Yes.
Did you say that?
Yes, I was asked a question and I answered.
What was the question?
Are you better than Stone Boy? And I said yes, because I always come first. As I see, I always come first before anybody.
So, in plain terms, you're better than Stone Boy.
Yes. Of course. I have to believe in myself than any other person.
Okay, so if you say you're better than Stone Boy, in which terms? Let's leave, or let's lay aside who comes first or second. So in this case, in which terms are you bigger than Stone Boy? Are you better? I beg your pardon.
No, we didn't say bigger.
That's why I just corrected myself. I'm sorry.
In every term. In everything, we believe in ourselves than any other person. Not just Stone Boy, any other artist. We believe in ourselves before that artist. So in any terms, in creativity, in whatever, we believe in Asasiaban than any other artist. Any other artist will come second to Asasiaban. Whether international artists or local artists, Asasiaban will always come first to us.
Okay, so it's good you believe in yourself. Now, you believe yourself as what?
As a good artist. As a very good artist. I believe in myself, and I know when we get the right plug, when we get the right support from radio presenters, from DJs, we can go as far as anybody could go. Music is getting the right plugs. Music is getting the right people to push you. Music is getting the media to push you. When the media is pushing you like the way they are pushing any other artist, your material will also get there. So we are working hard towards that. And we believe in our dream. We believe in ourselves. We believe that Asasiaban is the best group and Asasiaban comes first other than any other artist. That is why we answered that question.
All right. So you know, with what you said, I mean, this is going to spark a whole lot of conversation and controversy.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Because, no, I don't think so. I know Stone Boy is the best. That is why we're compared to Stone Boy. So Stone Boy is a smart artist. He knows what time is it, so he will understand. He will understand. You get me? If Stone Boy goes to Grammy and he's interviewed on the red carpet, that is he better than Sean Paul or is he better than Beanie Man? I don't think Stone Boy will say, no, I'm not better than Sean Paul. Every artist believes in his dream. Every artist knows that with time, you get there. So I don't think it will spark any conversation unless the artists don't know what time is it.
All right. So now, I'm looking for an artist to perform on my stage. I'm having a concert, and I'm comparing brands. What will make me come for Asasiaban instead of Stone Boy?
Everything.
Like what?
Of time.
Like what?
Everything. Asasiaban has stand test of time, and Asasiaban has been there for so many years. So there are some shows that even the audience are yelling and has made their old school kind of music. So it depends.
On what?
It depends on the kind of crowd. You don't expect to have a children's show and you are going to pick an old school artist because the kids don't even know the artist. But if you are doing a kind of show in Penny 4D, I know you go for some Daddy Lumba or something. So it depends. The market is big. We are not doing dancehall. Somebody is doing dancehall. So if you are doing a show for a dancehall audience, I don't expect you to come and pick Asasia by.
In this case, how do you compare yourself to an artist you are not in contention with?
We are not comparing ourselves. We were asked a question. If you listen to the interview, we were asked a question. So, do you think you are better than Stonebwoy? And we said, of course, yes, we are better than Stonebwoy because we believe in ourselves. We believe in our dreams. Remember, big man, we came out before Stonebwoy. We were big some time ago, and Stonebwoy was just an underground artist. Do you get me? I have so much love for Stonebwoy. It's not disrespect, but he should understand that we always come first to ourselves. If maybe because we have laid back in music, he feels he's now bigger than us. I understand, but he should also know that some years back we were far bigger than him. I'm sure Stonebwoy has been at home watching me on TV before. So I don't see any hard feelings about it. We believe in ourselves, and we know Stonebwoy has looked up to us before.
All right.
So it's nothing that he should take it personal. Asiaban will always come first to any other artist.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Andy Dusty.
Yoba BK. All right, so that's Yoba BK. And that's their new song, Mijo. All right, Premier.
Yeah, Andy. He's not home. I mean, initially, okay, Keche Joshua says he's listening to us. So, greetings to you.
Hey, shout out to Keche Joshua.
Yeah. Andy, listening to our brother, initially, he was making a point too. And then Andy, by asking him a certain question that he couldn't really give a satisfactory answer to. Because you asked him, why should they be the option instead of Stonebwoy? The answer he gave is not satisfactory. And I think he used the answers to rather shoot himself in the foot by saying, oh, they've been there, stood the test of time. Asiaban hasn't stood the test of time. So that was a non-starter. I thought it's one of those stunts that is being pulled up just to get the hype and the attention and all that. But this is an old school tactics. You can't teach, how do they say it? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't really know how they say that one. But I think that shouldn't have been the tangent. There's nothing wrong with accepting or appreciating that somebody does well in a certain field than you. Maybe there will be another field you would do better than the person. Wale is a fantastic commercial artist. But when it comes to singing, Stonebwoy knows how to sing. It doesn't make the other bad or good. So there's nothing wrong with Asiaban acknowledging the fact that, oh, Stonebwoy is a bigger artist than us. But we think with time, we can catch up because of our dormancy in the industry, or with about time we can do this and that. But to actually come out and say, oh, because of self-love or because of the fact that you want to show, you don't want to look down on yourself. And at times when we listen to motivational speakers too much, we end up trying to fight something bigger than us. Because Asiaban is not a match for Stonebwoy. Asiaban is not a match for Stonebwoy at all.
Saying it emphatically.
Yes, Asiaban. Yes, they are friends. I mean, they came here. They are good guys. Asiaban is not a match for Keche. Asiaban is not a match for VVIP. Asiaban is not a match for most of these groups, let alone Stonebwoy. No. They've beaten bigger than they can chew. I mean, Stonebwoy, he couldn't really give tangible reasons as to why they should be considered instead of Stone God. No. They were only just saying mere words. I think he really didn't prep up for this because he didn't see it coming up this way. Asiaban is unique. They are good in their own way. But that comparison, I think it is. They shouldn't even think about it. Andy, it's just like you sitting here and then they say you and DJ Bredash should play old school music. Why would they even think about it? Mm-hmm. Because not that you know music more than him, but the thing is, some of the songs that he is going to play, when the songs came, he was not born. He doesn't even know how to even do the arrangement. He can learn, but it's not the same. Please, as I say, man, you are good guys. You're coming back into the game. Concentrate, work on your stuff, push things, put things in order, and come back. Don't try doing this thing again, because it's an old trick. And then now everybody gets to know that, this thing is the old trick that people have been using. So this one, I rest my case, Andy. It's a non-starter.
Sadiq Abdullah Abu is here. Good morning. Good to see you.
He's here sitting on
Mr. Logic's seat. You are sitting.
I see why this morning I've been on
fire
the whole morning.
Majority chief whip.
Majority chief whip.
Majority chief whip seat. How do you disrespect the seats like that?
No, majority chief whip today, you go understand.
Oh, he's been unseated.
Yeah, no. You go for on seat. Majority chief whip. No.
Right. Hey. So you've been missing in action. I do not want to bring you up to speed because, yes, our time is up. However, you came to meet Asasiaban's discussion, but they claim they are better than Stone Boy.
No, but he gave a perspective to it. He said he was asked, and obviously, and if I ask you, are you better than DJ Black?
If you ask me this question, you said
straightforward. Answer me. Are you better than DJ Black?
Are you asking me now?
Yes.
Yeah, he's better than me.
Are you better than DJ Black?
He's better than me.
DJ Black is better than you.
Yes. So it depends on the parameter.
There's no context.
If you say Andy, in terms of hip hop, are you better than DJ Black? Or in terms of high life?
As a DJ is a DJ. Don't
don't say that.
You see the way people struggle to
Listen, Sadiq.
Let me ask the question.
Hold on.
Let me ask you the question. As a DJ, are you better than DJ Black?
I already have issues with my voice, so don't let me struggle too much. Premier brought you up to speed on something.
You guys are clarifying. I'm not looking for this.
No, you need to clarify. No, you need to clarify. Because look, you're looking at a dancehall artist.
At the build.
And you are not a dancehall artist.
Andy, the guys did not wake up.
No, listen, I understand. So you did not know you woke up and immediately asked about me and DJ Black.
Because if they provide context, I'm trying to position something that.
Okay, what does DJ Black do best?
I don't care.
Hip hop.
Andy, I don't care. Assuming that I'm just like.
And so if I do high life better, and then you ask me in high life,
running circles.
No, running in circles.
We are running.
They run in circles.
We are running in triangle.
Triangle. To me, is undoubtedly one of the best hip hop DJs in Ghana.
I've not asked the simple one of the best.
DJ Black is not one of the best. He's
the best.
So DJ Black as a DJ is the best DJ than you are. Andy.
Yes.
That's all. So if you,
it's okay.
They feel inferior.
Me, my own dear. Be say who is better or who is best. I grown it from simple.
No, I get you the point.
Go bring the machine.
Andy,
play.
Understandably,
you two, I play. You play. I play. You play. I play.
So understandably.
So don't say that. So me any day.
You answer the question. Don't come talk me. Machine play anything. You answer the question.
Go be. I go play. I can play better than Asamoah.
So if you say DJ Black is better than you are, why should we talk anything again? Though why you talk to my paper natural now?
Make me cry me trauma. I play better than Asamoah.
We don't care.
But go bring ball. No, what I'm saying is until the ball is there. That way you go see say.
No, but the crux of the matter is that in the space or the entertainment space, hardly you could find any artist where they tell and say this guy be better past you go agree. Hardly. Even me, I sit here in entertainment management or anything like that. The guy who you probably go Harvard who is sitting in Spotify somewhere abroad. Even if you ask me, say you better than me or not, I don't go admit to him. My ego experience and everything, I go admit to him. And I go make you go provide that opportunity for me to show, say, I go do. Until there's such an instance where you go show, say, you overpass me before I go admit him. You understand? So it be normal, say, nobody would have. It's a question that I know Zion Felix may have asked them the question because, he's trying to get different perspectives. You know how Zion Felix does his things. But they answered the best way they can. Even if I get it that the two of you here, or all of us here, kind of we all agree that within the last few years, Stonebwoy has done A, B, C, D, which cannot be denied. And so we feel say they too should think like the way we are thinking, that Stonebwoy is above. No, they don't go admit that. Who that? Nobody go do that. No, Massa, Andy, who go do that? Nobody go do that. I just ask you a question. You ceded your position to DJ Black because Charlie, it go take time from you. So you say
no. You're asking whether DJ Black is better than me. What do you ask?
As a DJ, you and Andy Dusty, who is better? No, why? No, I need to ask you.
See, why is DJ Black? And I'm telling you, he's better than me.
Andy Dusty says you are better than him.
Yes. He said what?
Like you are better than him.
To make you no mind now.
But Andy won't make a go in and say, as a old school hip hop DJ, you be better.
What is old school hip hop DJ? Hip hop is hip hop.
So as a hip hop DJ, you are better.
He's better.
So as an old school DJ,
He's the best.
What's old school DJ?
Or you be a live DJ.
Hey, boy.
Only my match did not come.
Nana Pedro.
Nana before. And no one on him. And DJ Black should on Kasahari. Any FS. Bubushke. So DJ Black is a Bubushke.
And the other things. And you are spray.
DJ.
Charlie, listeners, we are done. Thank you very much for listening. Same time tomorrow, we shall meet again. Please pardon me. I'm very sure you've forgiven me with my voice already. Tomorrow, I'll try as much as I can to get better.
And how you lose your voice?
And
that was a new location.
No, Barbie Lounge. I was at Barbie Lounge.
But
the music was loud.
You can't report that one.
Oh, I reported.
No, you know report.
No, this one, if I report.
Burma and Aklan.
United.
All right, so we'll meet again same time tomorrow. Thanks, Sadiq. Thank you, Premier.
This is Hitz.